Hello, hello, hello. What's up, y'all? I know this is AJ Copeland. This is Topics to Go, and this is part two of Older Men, Younger Men. I know in the last video it just stopped while I was talking, which is a good thing in a way because it makes you want to come back because you're wondering, oh, what is he going to say? What was he going to say? So in a way, I kind of keep things like that because I want to be unique and different. I'm not trying to be, everything just all professional. I just wanted to be natural because that's what it is. It's just a general conversation, food for thought, topics that, you know, make sense. It has a lot to do with our lives. So I'm going to talk about the younger guys now. Um, Younger men, we're going to start from 18 on up because that's what the law says. When they're men, they, set 18 on up. Younger men are in a stage, the older man was at a stage where they didn't want to get old, and the older man is at a stage where they want to get older. It's kind of weird, but that's how it goes. Younger men want to get older men don't want to get older. I mean, a younger man wants to get older, and the older man does not want to get older. They're struggling to stay young, and younger men struggling to move ahead. Um, but younger men, a lot of people judge them based on immaturity. A lot of them say, they're not mature enough. They're going to make all these bad decisions because their maturity levels on this and this. And we pretty much, most people pretty much try to make younger men who they are, rather than giving them that opportunity to grow into who they are. A lot of people try to make them. Well, parents, teachers, peers, people around you always saying, when you get older, you're going to be, oh, when you mature a little bit more, you'll understand this. Oh, when you get my age, and after a while, younger guys get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Even when they're doing their best, even when you see them working and applying themselves and going to school and taking care of business, they still got to hear all this thing about, oh, when you get older, you'll be, they understand that. They know that they got, each year their birthdays is coming up and they're going to get older. But it has more to do with knowledge because when older people judge younger people, they judge them based upon you ain't been here long enough. You haven't been on this earth long enough to know this or to know how to do that or to know how, but some young individuals have been placed in positions to learn much earlier than a lot of people think. I mean, I was one of those guys that learned very young in life about being a man. And I wasn't taught that by my dad. Okay, it wasn't in the picture, to tell the truth. And so a lot of younger guys have learned to survive on their own. Unfortunately, a lot of them have chosen the wrong, direction to do that. But a lot of them have had to learn how to survive. Younger guys, I'm going to say this. When it comes to love and emotions and caring, and a lot of times that's where the immaturity comes in at. Because a lot of younger guys don't know love. They don't feel that. They see. That's what It's more about the physique. It's more about sexual and physical. That's how they think. That's what it's all about. They don't see it. They're not trying to fall in love. And they may get infatuated with someone, but they, very rare where one can say, I truly love you. And now I'm talking about the younger teens. Now, when they start getting into their 20s and 30s and different things like that, they can identify more with love. But in their teens, it's just what it is. It's more of a physical attraction or infatuation. But as far as them understanding, because understanding love is understanding there are certain things you can do and certain things you cannot do. And young guys are very selfish and very self-centered. They focus primarily on what they want and what they need. It's about the satisfaction of themselves. And they don't really consider the feelings of other individuals. It's hard for them to consider that because their mindset is totally on what they want to do with their lives, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. Um, now that's not all. but that's the majority of most of them, but that's not all of them. Um, Younger guys, when you talk about uh, younger men, some younger men always looking for a handout, always looking for somebody to give them something, to hand them something, especially if they wasn't well taken care of within their household, within their family. Now, some have had to get out and get it on their own. Um, so it's like a mixture, just like with the older men. It's all a mixture. So I'm not trying to stereotype and make all young men the same, no more than I'm trying to make all older men the same. These are just it's a mixture of everything, and I can't cover everything, but I just kind of hit on a little bit here and a little bit of there, and hope that you'll catch and see where I'm coming from. Now, when it comes down to, as I earlier said, it when it comes down to relationships, and especially when they're dating older, they have an expectation. They have an expectation. When they're dating older, whether it be male or female, they have an expectation. And their expectation is, you know more than I know. You're supposed to have more than I have. And so I shouldn't have to worry. You know, I have security with you. And so a lot of times that's what they're looking for is security. Someone they can trust, someone they know got their back, you know. Unfortunately, they've been disappointed by a lot of older individuals. Need I go there? And I'm an older guy saying this. But um, there are some good hearted individuals out there, and there are younger guys that got their mind on right and want to focus on education and want to focus on working and making their own money and having their own place and having their own transportation. There are younger guys that wants to do that. However, they're very few, and they have to go through challenges as well. And then you have the young guys. Majority of black men today, young men, are on the street doing their thing in the trap because they either dropped out of school with no education, have no degree, have a felony on their record, and it's very difficult for them to try to do anything. Um, so it's just a mixture, of the younger and the older. Now let's talk about older and younger. As it relates to how older men interact with younger men, I think that that's a mixed type of bag because older men have a tendency to judge younger men in the wrong way, and they disrespect them a lot of times because they think that the younger person is supposed to, you know, homage them or something, or give them something, or they're supposed to act a certain way around them, and that's why they clash a lot of times because younger guys are like this, especially when they didn't have a daddy in the house. They don't really want to respect you. They don't care how old you are because why should I respect you? I don't even know my dad, and he's around about your age. Why should I respect you? And so a lot of them have a lot of bitterness, and they're angry and they're upset because there was no dad in the house, and they had to be the dad. And in some cases, now don't take this literally, but in some ways, they have to be the man of the house. They have to take care of mom and sister and brother, and subconsciously, women, they place their sons in a position where they shouldn't be. They place them in a position to having to provide for the household. And a lot of times the younger men get confused, especially when mother got rules of what you can and cannot do. But then when you get a job, she wants you to pay half of the rent, half of the light bill. She want you to bring food in the house, but yet she has rules that you can and cannot do this. And then when you say, well, I want to move out on my own, but you can't move out on your own because you see that mom's in need, so you stay there to help her out, but yet she has these rules that she wants you to follow. So younger people have to go through all of these different things that they have to deal with. Young black men got it hard. They got it difficult. We know the black man in general has it hard, but younger black men have it really difficult. Most of them didn't have a dad in the house, and most of them mother is kind of confused and don't know what she wants anyway because she's changing up, dating this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and the young man in the house, he don't know how to deal with that because he don't want this man hitting on his mom, and he don't want this man disrespecting his mom. So but he got to lay back and relax and let mom do her thing so she won't get upset with him. So it's a lot to cover, y'all. I hope I covered as much as I could right now. But if you want to know more about these topics, if you want me to continue talking about this, because there is a whole lot more I can talk about, hit me up. I'm on Facebook, True Self Motivations. I'm on Tag. Hit me up at those two locations, or hit me up here on YouTube. Make a comment, rate my videos, and get back with me and let me know, and I can come back with you and talk more about older man, younger man. Thank you for your time. Again, this is AJ Copeland. This is Topics to Go. Hope to see you again later.